Libras, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of August 21st through August 27th. Hope your week is off to a great start and that you are still feeling your inner light shine from that new moon in Leo last week. Like I've been trying to tell people, that new moon in Leo with our inner light shining so bright, we might have shined our light on the shadows and actually saw what was behind the shadows, or what the shadows actually were. Now, this can be taken two ways. So it could be that we, saw something scary in the shadows and it turns out that it wasn't so scary. I think of a Berenstain Bear book that I have for my daughter where Sister Bear is afraid of the dark and she sees all of these scary monsters, and then Papa Bear goes and shows that it's just a chair with like a cloth draped over it. So you could have it where once you saw what was in the shadows, you realize it wasn't so scary, or it can be that you saw things that you didn't even realize were there because they were kept in the dark. So either way, just remember, it's all meant to help us grow, to enter this paradigm shift of the judgment era, and with this sun energy, okay? Like, we're meant to shine, we're meant to feel whole, we're meant to just release anything that's holding us back. So just remember that if anything did bubble up, see it for what it's worth and give gratitude that you can finally work through it if it did, okay? So don't see it as a feeling of defeat that you were shining your light and feeling so great. Delete that out. That you aren't able to navigate through it. But just know that sometimes I forget my filter. Just know that whatever did come through, this rebirth is happening, okay? Like I might even been your reading, but this is the Tower energy. This is that Capricorn energy that is crumbling. And this star energy is this new shift into the judgment where we just shed fear and shame and just allow our inner light to shine, okay? So just remember that, Leos, or not Leos, Libras, my goodness. Can you tell it's morning here? Libras, also remember too that there's that full moon in Pisces next week. So when it comes to whatever we saw, that this light shone onto our shadows, okay? Just know that we can utilize that full moon next week to finally purge it, all right? Because the full moons are about release. So you are going to be able to just release, be done with it. So look at it in that perspective. Write it down, whatever it is that you're seeing that you don't want in your life. And remember that life is about choices. So it's the choices we make that move us in new directions. All right, let's see here. Libras, the week of August 21st through August 27th. 2023. Things are feeling slightly out of balance. If you do need to rest, obviously rest, but make sure that our thoughts are in the right place. If we do take time to rest, if we're feeling exhausted and burnt out, we got to find ways to at least shift our perspective, okay? And have faith in the relationships too. Like, perhaps this has to do with relationships. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got for Libras. We'll do last week's energy coming into this week, this week's energy, and where that energy is heading. Yeah, you really just need to push through and know that this change is coming, okay? But a reminder too, it takes work. So if you're wanting something to change, you actually have to put in the effort. If that means a whole new routine, if it means spending less time on social media, if it means spending less time with people who bring your energy down. Oh, this is nice. Yay! Okay, this is so fantastic for you, Libras, for this week going into next week. This is awesome. Okay, so with that new moon in Leo, you really stepped into your power. You felt the authority over yourself and over your words too. So I feel like there's a sense of not holding back anymore. You know, as Libras, you're people pleasers, and you don't want to hurt anybody or offend anybody. You want everybody to be happy before you even put your own happiness forward. And I feel like that Leo new moon really helped you put yourself first and really just stand up for what you believe in. I feel like you also got like a call to stand up for things that you believe in a sense of like justice too. So this is wonderful. This is great forward moving, fast action energy. And it definitely is part of communication. So like going into this week, you might now have even more of a sense of duty, for even if it's social justice or just simply like some sort of justice within your inner circle. But this is wonderful take charge energy. And that combined with such a lovely, emotionally fulfilled 10 of Cups this week, you just feel your place. You feel so happy at home. And like I said, with that resting card, like you just might just want to be just so happy, like with the domestication of life right now, and enjoy the time with your family, and if you do have pets, with your pets. But this is just really emotionally fulfilled and everything being in its right place. So hold on to this energy. This is so lovely. So whatever that is, that like residual stuff, this vibration is going to help you so much, because going into next week too, you have the King of Cups. So please take time to work with that full moon in Pisces, because this indicates you having the authority over your emotional well-being. You're not going to let other people dictate your emotions or your motives. Like, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and you can stand in that. This is emotional maturity, emotional regulation. Also pay attention to your dreams. The King of Cups always asks us to pay attention to our dreams. This also connects to father figures too. So the dream world and father figures. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you just really, this is a huge calling, because this really says utilizing that full moon energy and putting to rest whatever needs to be put to rest. I feel like that new moon just ushered in so much just high vibration energy that this is going, if we can just spend some time clearing whatever that residual is, you're gonna feel so good. So definitely a lot connected to emotions specifically, and emotional fulfillment, contentment, and authority over, I'm getting this huge message of authority over our emotions, especially with the Knight of Swords and the swords and what they represent. Yeah, you know what I like too is the twos in here. So this definitely, I mean, there's two birds here, there's two animals here, there's two seahorses here. So this is definitely when it comes to a relationship as well, which is so great to see. Okay, I am loving this so much for you, Libra. So let's see what empowering question can help you this week, going into next week for Libras, August 21st through the 27th, 2023. What message can help Libras empower themselves? Because I know you've had the message, it might have even been your monthly extended, like empowering yourself is going to empower others. And how, if you focus on that, you can really start putting yourself first, you know, because you really do have a lot of power and authority. Okay. Interesting. All right. So your empowering question this week, and this is going to be great to ponder to set your intentions for next week's full moon. What kinds of routines or habits limit my experience of everyday life? So while you are feeling, everything in its right place, reflect on that, juxtapose to experiences habits and routines prior to this week, all right? So what kind of routines or habits limit my experience of everyday life? This is really going to help you clear whatever is still stuck and attached from that Capricorn full moon energy from July that rose to the surface. So I'd also recommend too, like, I'm getting like, taking baths, like, so taking that time to reflect. Don't distract yourself with social media or videos, but like just take time, like find some music that you love and just take time to just let your thoughts come to you. You're an air sign, okay? Let the thoughts flow and see what we can do to clear whatever negative thinking. It no longer serves you. You can release it, and that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libras. Like, this is honestly some of the best energy of the week for any sign so far. So I hope you have an amazing week, enjoying life as it is. And don't forget to check out some full moon workshops for next week that can help you really clear any residual energy still attached to you. So have a wonderful, content week, Libras.